Hello people and welcome tonight. We are going a lot earlier than normally planned. I'm not feeling it today. I've had a bit of a crapping. If you want to give me your mental health check-ins, mine's about 2.5 to a 3, so it's not great. Just things I can't control, so I'll decide to go a bit earlier to get this out of the way, and I've had both my kids all day. And they've been a real pain in the ass. I always feel like waiting for Pirates to come and debrief. It's good, isn't it? Whoa, you can't start early. I've got some last-minute accounts to do. I really want to know what last-minute accounts are. But Ian and Ali being Alan Partridge, rubbing his hand together, thinking he's had the time. We need sea chanted to go with it. Yeah, we do. Ian and chat, how are we doing? Mental health check-in, 1 to 10. 1 being good. Mine's about a 3.5. It's not been great. Ian and Jez, how are you? Bring back the contender theme. Yes, I love them to bring back the contender theme. But it's always been a good one. But I also used to like 2 Unlimited, which was always good. But we have to talk about a certain game at the weekend. Ian and Jake and all was the most annoyed I've been after the game. Yeah, I think we all were. We were all a bit annoyed about that game because I'll be honest with you, I think the ref was shit for both sides. I think he was really poor for Coventry and really poor for us. I don't think it was one of those ones you could look at and go, he was good for anyone. I'm an accountant, so I might send some people to sleep. Fair enough. So you are busy as hell at the moment with people going, are my accounts ready? HMRC. Oh, your HMRC friend. Do they have friends, HMRC? Also, wish Worko a happy birthday. Worko, birthday today. He's getting closer to 30. So one day he'll eventually start getting that widow peak and losing all his hair. So we'll be able to send him some turtle wax next year and he can just shine his head real good. But the game itself, we created a lot of chances. He makes Sam Allison look like a good ref. Yes, he does. He really did. Josh, I think it was Josh Smith from Peterborough. The stupid thing is their second goal was disallowed, shouldn't have been, and their actual second goal was it's ridiculous. It's that stupid thing. Their second goal should have counted, and their one at the end shouldn't have done. But at the end of the day, we can't change the refereeing decision. We had more than enough in that game to finish it. All a 3-thing goal for fine, in your opinion. Fair enough, mate. To be fair, the keeper do get a lot of leeway in terms of what can happen. First goal, there's no question. We were crap. Max Lowe went to defend it, and he just got bullied off. But Sims is a good player. This is what Sims does really, really well. The winner wasn't a foul, Beadle. No, when he does drop it, Caboodle Fish. It's when he goes to get the rebound. When he drops it and he goes to go punch it out the way, that's the bit where it looks like there's a bit of a foul on him. But I'm not going to go into it. We lost. There's no point. There's no point us trying to sit here and go at the keeper, because at the end of the day, we had 22 shots and 8 of them were on target and we couldn't hit a barn door. And none of our shots even with the case to even have the goal that we got. And it's just the thing that annoyed me. Yeah, Lowe's 5'9", so playing against 6'4", seems like daft by. It's all he can do, though. Happy workout, you're saving for that flight to Turkey. I'm mounting up. Birthday happiness, shall you, Worko? Now let's get cheerleading kit and cheer on. We're going to smash the blades. At the end of the day, you can't have 22 shots and rely on Coventry players to go for it. Exactly. Dannington elbow smash. Lampard has already... Oh, they could be dark horses to do playoffs. They up at the top start. Like, it's so tight. That's the stupid thing in this league this year. It is so tight because a week ago, Middlesbrough were in the playoffs, and now they're in, like, I think we're above them. I think they're in, like, 11th. It's ridiculous how tight the league is. And we had some really good opportunities. There were a bit where I thought Ubbo looked better. Looked like he was getting into the right position, going really good. But at the same time, he got to take those chances. And their keeper made some good saves. But there were so many weird refereeing decisions, but if we keep doing the refereeing decision, we're going to have that issue. Arbo 6'4", but on the bench. But he's also got the thing, does Danny think he was ready for the game? The thing is, we can complain about what the team was and stuff, but again, I say it every week, we're not the ones that see the team week in, week out. The one who sees the team week in, week out is Danny. Danny will have seen something why he wanted to do it. Like, you could see Bannon was heavily strapped on that left knee. So it could be interesting to see how he reacts to that. And also, the Sheffield United fan that gave Barry some abuse when he was on date night, look at yourself in the mirror. No need for it. Just no need. Like, it sounds like your missus was embarrassed for you. I hope she gave you a good telling off in the car and telling you to act your age. No need for it. He made himself look a bit of a tit. If you see a rival player out and about, yeah, leave them be. When they're on the pitch and you're at a game, then fair enough. But if they're out in public and they're with the missus, don't bother. It's not nice. They've got to have a private life as well. And if you're going to do that, you're just a knob, in my opinion. You're just a knob. You can have a little bit of heart banter, but when it then ruined that person's date night, it says otherwise. On a scale of 1 to 10, what does you love doing this? I hear you, but it fell. Oh yeah, no, I get what you mean. It was definitely a height issue. 6'4" versus 5'9". If you have someone like Arbayer, you're not going to get him trying to jump for it and out jump him. At least then with Arbayer, we could jump at the same time as singing, probably get in the way. I do get what you're saying, Andy. It does make sense. But there were bits in that game where if we played really well and looked good and looked like we could have got something, even before the goal and even after the goal, I thought Gassama had another really good game. Johnson looked a little bit more like his self. For the first time in a while, I thought Johnson looked a lot better than he had been in the last bit. I stopped at a service station to saw the entire lead team, but active respect. Exactly, Barry. That's the thing. As long as you are respectful, players will get it. I thought, yeah, we looked better than I thought. Ingleson was decent, even though on paper it looked weird. Yeah, it was a weird one when you looked at it, but Ingleson, last 2 games, I won't lie, been really impressed with him. The one thing Ingleson hasn't got, which we noticed in that first half, he's not blessed with a lot of speed, but he got strength. And the one thing we've been missing in our midfield for about 2 years is a really solid, strong midfielder who can, like, a little bit bounce off players. Ingleson, bad. Armstrong, Charles, a lot of centre mids. Yep. Apart from not sticking the ball in the net up there, our better. I think that was our best home for apart from the first game of the season versus Plymouth we've had all season. I think it was the best performance. You had that press Danny wanted. You had the way you wanted us to go. We attacked. It just, whenever a ball goes into our box, we go into Sunday League defending. Like, high ball here, hoof ball, get it away. No one got the confidence to just smash it out. And that's the issue for me. In the back, we just really struggle. I feel like Ingleson is going to be ridiculous for next season once he's had a year in the Championship under his belt. The closest, it probably was the closest to full 90. You're right, Barry, where we actually didn't have to do too much for it. I actually felt a little bit for Ingleson when he went off, but it made sense. And the thing for me is, more games that we are playing, the more we are starting to look like that team who can go and do well. But the problem is, when it's always the case, when we play our best, we know we don't come away with anything. And that's basically what happened on Saturday. Best we've all seen us playing ages, and we come away with Boddle. So how do we get Ugbo firing? That is the $1 million question. I mean, I'd like to see a starting lineup with Sissoko and Ugbo. I like to see them both on the pitch at the same time. I think that's something that could really help, because we haven't really seen that yet. we've not seen a Sissoko and an Ugbo. And I thought Sissoko played really well again. Had a good shout for a penalty. Charles should have had a penalty. Wasn't given. Ryo maybe, yep. Ian and John, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Gone a little bit earlier tonight because I'm not feeling the best. Not been the greatest of days for me, sadly. But Charles penalty was done well. Yeah, the thing is, he bottled it. The ref bottled it, but he was crap. He was crap for both sides. There was certain times we fouled their guy, and they're like, that's a foul. And it just didn't happen. Yeah, it did. I've gone really early today because I'm not feeling the best. Long story short, I've got one of those text messages that I get when I'm in the middle of pit review saying they've made their decision. So I'm now waiting on an anxious letter to see the difference between what could potentially just be bad for the family financially kind of thing. It's the pit review. Every year, every time I have to do it, it doesn't get easy with it. It's just a little bit of anxiety because it all depends on who looks at your case. And if the wrong person looks at your case and it's Friday, they can decline it, and then I've got to go through mandatory review, and then it's a ball in the ball ache if that doesn't go through, because then you go to high court. I had it 1 year with the pit review where they turned around and said I didn't suffer from seizures or blackouts, and that's my entire condition. So it all depends on which person sees it. So fingers crossed everything goes okay, but it's not a good time when I have to do it. Anxiety-wise, has not been good today, and I'm rocking on about probably close to 300, maybe 350 seizures today. So I'm really knackered from it all. Really tired. Third time this season, there's been an injury time goal between us and commentary now. Yep. They could turn around and say it was payback for the away leg that we did at them, because we got an injury time goal, didn't we? Was Charles the one who ran up to the guy's arm and threw himself on the floor? Yeah. Let's have a look. Ian, do you know how you're doing well, mate? Gasama, Upbo, and Sissoko up top will be my next starting light trio. Break the duck for Uggs. That could be work. I think Hatsu could be really good. I really do think Hatsu could be really good. Thank you, Joe. Much appreciate that, mate. It's not a good time of year when these roll up, and I say roll on. This has been going since June, July, when we had the PIP review done, and it was only in January I got a letter saying that it was extended till January 2026. No, yes, but they said until it comes back, I'll know soon. So hopefully it's all good news, and we'll just see what happens and see where it goes. But it is what it is. It's part of sadly being disabled in the UK. You're pot luck, depending on who looks at your case, sadly. But we'll see what happens. We got to see what happened with Wednesday as well. Big game versus Burnley coming up, and the Burnley game I'm not sure about. I'm really not sure about with it. I'm not sure about the Burnley game. As a long time struggler, I'm dieting this totally other side. Jay, hope you feel better soon, mate. Cheers, Dave. Much appreciate it, mate, and hope you feel better too, mate. Yeah, it's. I think the worst thing about today, because I've had both my kids on my own, so I've had to parent differently today. I've had to do the parenting where the TV helps a lot. They're battered, to be honest, mate. Do anything possible, try and not pay. Mate of mine has vigilant parents, and he's had to go through it. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's really bad. My sister-in-law had it. She had it where she got fibromyalgia. She struggled. She walked with a walking stick, and they took it all off her. And she had to take it to the High Court. And I think she got something due for like $8,000 back in back pay. But during that, they were really struggling with it, because the thing I got, just to go a little bit political here, the whole thing with what Labour are doing. I don't think they understand that some people, this is the only thing they can claim. They can't claim universal credit. They can't claim this. Or for some people, if they do get it, it's their entire stuff, so it's difficult. We need a game versus Burnley. Every player needs to be on form and get at them early. The problem with Burnley, they've only conceded 9. I think they got the record for the least conceded goals so far in the Championship, which is ridiculous. The Burnley game will be interesting because I generally think it'll be interesting to see what happens with us and how we set up, because it's an away game, it's on a Friday night, that could change things. As long as we can play solid and keep it tight at the back and nick something, I'd be happy, but I don't think we're going to do so. I will do Caboodle Fish. I'll send you that, mate. I know it was a total, it was individual, but I think it's time to ref Beadle. Give Charles a couple of matches to prove himself. I feel Beadle is getting a bit too comfortable playing every game. The problem, and I appreciate that, Caboodle Fish, by the way, mate. The problem is Beadle. I don't think Beadle did too much wrong. I don't think it's right to take him completely out of it. I think the issue, one of the biggest issues we've had is that we haven't had a settled back line all season. Burnley defensive kind of game up, banged the hat trick. You can imagine it, can't you? Anxiety, depressing, are battered since my divorce. I only see my kid once a month. So welcome for praying and help, mate, if that's your thing. Thank you, mate. Much appreciate it. Although hat-trick was somewhat Wednesday way it would. Hello, Jay. I think Beadle should just be given a bit of a kind of let off. Yes, he made a mistake, but we haven't had a settled back line all season. And I think that doesn't help. I think if you've got the same people in front of you all season, you get that rapport, you get that way of knowing how someone plays. When we haven't had that this season, we really, really struggled. And the amount of game Beadle probably saved us in terms of points is ridiculous. Like, the amount of times we've actually saved us from getting battered. And they're the bits that people don't remember. They'll remember the drop ball. They'll remember everything else. Beadle at least had good games, had bad games. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see that. That's a really good example. Saturday was a bit of car craft for Beadle. All things I fear could go wrong with his punch. I hate the punching out style. This new style of modern keeping where they punch, I hate it. But I can't even say that about the goal he conceded at the end because it was a catch. Beadle made some great saves in game, just lost concentration for a catch. I guess these things happen, we move on. Yep. Do you reckon Oak will bag a crucial goal come the end? I hope so. I don't know about get Charles in net yet. I think if we're a little bit safer, maybe give him the last 2 games. Beadle probably get him fatigued, mental, and now mental. The thing is, what you've got to think of well is we've got a week where there's no games, which is good. I think a week where there's no games is good. I think it's good for the whole squad just to have a rest up mentally and physically. And Steve, my thoughts are with you, mate. I hope you get a kind of solution to your situation in your personal life, but I can understand how difficult it is. I don't know how I would be able to do that if it was me, not seeing my kids only once a month. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. He punched it. It would have been fine. Yeah, if he punched it, it probably would have been fine. Doesn't matter who's in goal, still shaky defense opposite as he gets a chance. Yep. Yeah, that's the irony, though. He doesn't seem to catch. He doesn't. But I think that's modern-day goalkeeping. I think modern-day goalkeeping, they're not set up to catch. They're not set up to catch the ball these days. They're set up to punch. You see Pickford do it all the time. It done me head in. Only conceded 9 times. Not bad, but they concede 6 against us, believe. I'll have whatever you're drinking tonight, DJ. I love that. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't a cat. That's the problem. You're right. Though he saved us a lot of points. Yep. To be fair, we're quite good at breaking teams on good runs in recent, but we need to be more lethal in front of goal and left. Yeah, we do. We 100% need to be more lethal in front of net, and that happens. The story of our season, the story of some of our season for the last couple of seasons have been lots of chances, don't take them, lose the game, or we make one chance, win the game. We are a team that can create a lot of chances. We just can't bury them all. That's the problem. You can't bury 8 out of those 22. There's an issue there. And again, we wanted another striker in the January window. We wanted a defender in the window. It all depends on what you do. Hi, Jay. Well, I'm not too bad, Brazil B. Been better, but yeah, I'm not too bad. Beadle kept us in game until the mistake. You can't hang him out to dry bait. And that's true. I agree. I think Beadle needs a rest and might have to fight for a game. True. At some point, it'll click and we'll win 4-0 for 10 games in a row. Oh, I hope so, Andy. I really hope so. We said that before, though, in season. There was a season, I can't remember which season. I think it may have been the season we came up with more. I think all through that season, I said, we're going to batter someone one of these days. One of these days, we're going to batter someone. Is there any news about Byron missing Burnley game? Also, people saying Beadle to be bent at the Coventry game. What's your thoughts? I don't think you bench him. I don't think you bench him, Jake. I generally don't think you bench him. I think that does more harm than good. I think benching him is the wrong thing to do. I really, really do think it's the worst thing you can do. Bannon, it's going to be a case of just seeing what they can do. I think Bannon's a day-to-day. If he looks like he can play on the day, he'll play. If he can't, he can't. I think that's the way Bannon's injury is going to be managed. It's going to be a day-to-day thing where they look at it and go from there. Luton versus Plymouth, that's a big one. That's a big 3-pointer there for whoever stays up. But I think Beadle has to stay. The problem was the defense, no one tracking attackers. He was left alone. True. Heard a rumour Middlesbrough might sack Carrot and get rid of. I heard that as well. I've heard that Carrot's on the chopping block. I can see it. I can actually see it, and I can see Edward going in being good. Well, the Swansea manager's now gone. You got to remember, Swansea manager's now gone. And the thing is, when you look at like long-term managers, Danny Rule is 4th on that list in long-term managers, which is ridiculous. We will find an acceptable points haul versus I'd settle for 4. Yeah, I think 4 point versus Burnley and Sunderland would be good. Point versus Burnley, 3 point versus Sunderland. Sheffield versus our defense. The problem is drop 2-2-2 is our back line has had loads of injuries. It's not been a settled back line up all season. We have not had the settled people all season. I think up until Akin got injured, we were looking a little bit better, but it's not been settled, and that's a big issue for us. Exactly. Let the lad there. Left the lad. Yep. We need the goal for him to be out 20 foot high and be, yeah. And middle back. They look like they are backing him, but if he did go, it'd be interesting. 4-0 battering against the Blades. It's a simple cap for Beadle, to be fair. Most of our defence are injured, though. You can't say that. Luke Williams had no money at Swansea. It's weird because Swansea used to have money. Swansea used to have a little bit of money. I bet when they need to calibre now and ensure we don't end the season with a whimper, I don't think we will, to be fair to great. Liam Palmer is in his last year, yes. Liam Palmer is in his last year of contract. Palmer's in his last year. There's loads in the last year, actually. There's lots of players in the last year of contract, which ain't great. We could do with some of them getting signed. We could do with around March time getting some contracts sorted. I think the international break would be good to sit down and get some of their stuff done. Swansea sold Grimes and they had American owners, I believe. I think they have got American owners. I think they got 4 million for Grimes, didn't they? It's a weird one because they look like they For a while, they looked like they could do something, and it's just been interesting with that one. Later, Dannington, have a good one, mate. Hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Yes, and he isn't playing right now. We have Bernard, Iorfa, and Femero, who are all our main defenders, who are all injured. Yeah, Bernard, Iorfa, Femero are all injured. We got Michael Awitway, who's our only recognised centre-back. We got senior centre-back, I should say. We got a young 19-year-old in Gabriel Otabio, who we got from Burnley's academy. Sorry, came from Burnley's academy. We've also then got Max Lowe and Jan Valery, who are kind of playing as centre-backs to the best of their ability, but it's not their role. What are people's thoughts on keepers in respect to impact on teams, depending on who's in goal? For instance, would it disrupt the team if Beadle and Pearce were? I think it would, because they're two different keepers. I think if you get used to one keeper, I think it's better to have familiarity at the back. I do think having a bit of familiarity at the back would be good. Pearce has signed though, right? Yeah, he signed a new contract in the summer. He signed a brand new contract in the summer. He was meant to be going end of this season, but he signed a new and improved contract in the summer. I believe it's another 2 years on top of what he was already going to. So I think it's 2 years, but he had signed, yeah. I personally like keeping the same back line up if you can, and keeper in the same squad. I think it helps. Masaba, Femero, Pato, Paul, Smith, Baz, Palmer, Marv, Pearce. Pearce, won't mind Darling from Swansea. Someone apparently we looked at in the summer, in January. And much as I like youth development, I don't think Otabio's ready to play every game yet. No, I don't. I think he's there. I think he's there or thereabout, but not quite. He will be. He will be. The 33 people watching, 13 likes up, people. I much appreciate it. While I'm sure Prenkles will looking at him in the January window. The Rogers side played some really good football, I thought. Yeah, they did. Sunderland for you guys tonight. I'm going 2-2 draw. Oh, Leeds Sunderland. I'm going a 3-0 win to Leeds, and I don't like saying that, but I think you'll smash them, personally. I like Otabio. He's done well, so I'd play him. I think it's about managing his game time and seeing what he can do. Realistically, the big jump from what he's done recently, because he come off the bench. I don't think he started a full game. I'd like to see it, just to see what he can do. It wouldn't be bad. Any news on free agents? Nothing yet, mate. I think the rule that we're taking with free agents is this. I don't think many are going to come. If we get someone in, they need to hit the ground running, because there's a possibility if you bring a free agent in now, you might not see them till after March. And I think that's the problem. If you don't see them till after March, then is there any point in bringing them in? Kind of thing. So for me, it's interesting. There's no news on any yet, but that could change. You never know who they're looking at. And it all depends on how fit the free agents are. There's a lot of good programs that the PFL do for players to keep fit and making sure they get 90-minute games. So if they're in those programs, hopefully that helps them. Leeds will win tonight. Sheffield United come after Harry Darling in the summer on a free. I could see that, and I could see Wilder getting that, sadly. He's someone we wanted. We wanted to get him in January. We were willing to put a bid, but they said no. Which you can understand why. They said no. Someone in a similar position as you don't out. It'd be interesting who goes in the Swansea game. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the Swansea manager hunt. Be interesting which route they go and who they bring in on that one, because I'll be intrigued with that. Adebayo, 6 appearances, 0 losses. True. He got the record of showing that he can do it. It all depends on what Danny's trying to do. Good evening, Sharman Somerset. I hope you're well. Hope you're doing well this evening. We've gone a little bit earlier tonight because I'm not feeling the best. Just feel a bit crap in the old mental health department, so I thought I'd go a little bit earlier. There is a video going live at 7 PM though, so if you want more stuff, talking about Shay Charles situation, which you'll see there. Other Swansea Ben ain't bad defender either though. Full Wales into nice. All right, Jay. I'm not too bad. You have to have a better day, but getting through it. How are you, mate? I hope you're well. Ethan got to take the calm at QP. He really did. It's weird though. There's got to be something. Something can't be right at Blackburn Rovers. For someone to leave when they're in playoff to go to Derby, and I know he got a Derby County connection with him being captain and played there and stuff. Something got to be wrong for your manager to say, I'm going down to the bottom of the league to go help them out in a relegation battle, then try and push you on to get a playoff push and try and get Premier League football. There's something cannot be right there. I hope you're feeling better soon, Jason. Thank you, mate. Much appreciate that. Something gotta give about that. Something can't be right. I just you're telling me that there's not an issue there. I think there is. Venky's are probably worse than DC. Yep. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me either with Eustace. Yeah, it's one of those ones which I've still looked at and gone, make it make sense, and I can't. I cannot make it make any sense. Because sure, unless there's something really bad there, I can't make it make sense. And it's a weird one. Good luck to... I can't say his first name, but good luck to younger Cadamartri. By the way, I did the video earlier. I'm intrigued to know, we'll get some of your thoughts on live. Danny spoke about VAR. Wanting VAR, maybe you want VAR. What's your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on VAR in the Championship if it came? I personally don't think it should. I'd rather not. Easy, Hector. Good win for you at weekend, mate. I got a lot of commentary people message us, go and on comments saying they didn't deserve to win that, but they took the chance. You took your chances. You took your chances and got all 3 points. So that's what you do. That's how you win. Ugly, yeah. Smash and grab. Put it in a poll. That's not a bad shout, actually. You know what? Not DJ. Jed, that's not bad, are they? VAR. Yes or no? That poll. There we go. Got a poll going. I'll just make this bigger. Pop the chat out for a little bit. Smash and grab. It's used like it is in Germany, yeah. With our officials and how they want to use it, absolutely not. Yep. No thanks, waste of time. If bad enough in Prem, imagine having guys who weren't good enough to do it in the Prem. Good point. You have got a very good point there, Andy. I never had a problem with VAR. The people in charge that probably. Yep. Ian. I don't know. Yeah, did the same to we did. Yeah, to be fair, I said that in my review. We did the same at your place. So I think it evens itself out. If it wasn't all fair love and war, Hector felt. I had to say yes to VAR because the standard referee is terrible. I get that. If it was run like the refereeing in rugby, I love it. If it's like the Prem clowns, you can keep it, right? Get that. Usage situation sounds almost dodgy, definitely weird. Yep. No VAR in it current form, it takes a long... Yeah, I think if it improved, yes. If it improved and they made it better, yeah. I'd like it, but I think there's... I still don't get why the FA didn't go for that semi-automated offside decision they use in the Champions League. So much better than drawing those stupid bloody lines on the screen. Does me head in. Has anyone... I have heard about that. It seems... He's saying he said, fuck you, you bad man. And I think Hannibal saying he said, fuck you, you black man. It's weird. MLS have VAR and it worked very well. Ah, there you go. It all depends. It all depends on how they do it, and that's the problem. No VAR anytime, anywhere. Only professional if you're bad. If you're bad and you get rewards, if you're a bad pilot, I'm not going to take. True, Barry. Good way of describing it, actually, mate. I like that. Big game tonight. It's a big game. I don't fancy your chances, I'm afraid. I hope you do get it. If it were fully on a TV camera, I'm sure it'd come out. Yeah, I can see it gonna come out. I think the investigation for that. I'll be honest with you, it's not like the Preston lad hasn't got priors for being a bit of an arse at times. But then again, Hannibal has also got priors for being a bit of an arse. It's like the two of the players you probably don't want to have squaring up to each other and trying to have stuff happen. Yeah. Solomon DJ will be cooking tonight. I think Solomon's been a cracking little loan for you guys. I think he's done really well. I think it's one of the ones that you've really done well with. And I think the thing is that for me, the points you were dropped due to certain games, it's interesting. And I think if it's one that you could have where you could take it back, you'd probably be higher than you are in terms of point total. They should be mic'd up. I would love to. To be fair, I want ref to be mic'd up anyway. I'd like to hear what they're saying or what being said to them by players. I think when we had the COVID games, and much of it was crap having no crowds in, you heard everything. You heard everything that got said to a referee, all of it. So it was interesting. I hate to say this, but yeah, to VAR in the championship. Like Michael Brown versus Michael Tong. Yeah. I would have said no to VAR, but given our last week, I'd like to see it. If we see that with blue tinted glasses on, then the correct is against us. We'll love Sunderland to win tonight, but I think Leeds will be too strong. If VAR was introduced to Championship, you still get the same old team getting it from the same old teams losing by like Liverpool. True, you might do. I think one of the big ones with I think the big one with VAR is they don't want to put VAR in the League 1 and League 2. In League 1 and League 2, they want to give them a challenge system like they do in tennis and cricket, where you get to challenge the result. So you disagree with a thing on the pitch, you can throw a challenge. But once you've done that challenge, you can't do another challenge. If that challenge fails, you lose a challenge. So you'll go down to 2 challenges. But if that challenge wins, you keep challenging. That's what they want to do in League 1 and League 2. Kiko Casilla for Fanco racing at Leeds had 8-man ban plus. Yep. Yeah, Mike Ref. I think Mike Ref would be cool. Howard Wilson, the head of the referees, say it's all he was. Man United 12th man. Gotta admit, I'd take Solomon for ours, and no, bloody Mike, bloody. Yeah, I get your point. Leeds had an option to buy for that decent. You can get him for 10 million, especially if you go up. Not just that though. At least one game also this week. I think the standing referee's been crap. Yeah, they have to actually the manager. Makes sense. They've been crap. Cheap at half price. If refs were mic'd, had to play this, it would make them up the games. Yeah, I don't mind the challenge suggestion. Nothing more satisfying than the Aussie TV reviewing the LBW when batting, only for it to be given out. True. Jazz, it works so well in rugby, you hear the officials rather than it being left to guesswork. Hard to imagine VAR at Wickham or Leyton Orient if it came to the ground, just ain't built for it. That's the problem. The infrastructure at grounds are not built for it. Out of all our players that contracts are running out, which one should we keep the most? Oh, keep the most. Good question. That's actually a really good question. I'll be honest with you. There's so many that I think should. Yeah, in my brain, I'm saying Masaba. In my brain, I am saying Masaba. But there's so many that are out of contract, which I'm also like, how many are gonna be interested to see what happens? I'd like to keep Smith, but only if you play at that impact player off the bench. Yeah, due to his injuries, his wife was one who wanted him to join League. She loves it in League compared to London. Oh, that helps. League One club can't fall far. That's why with League One and League Two, it would be a challenge system, and I think it would just be take the replay back. Once the challenge is done, go to this minute, done. But I still don't know how it will work. There's a reason football is the world popular, but it's simple, athletic, and it flows. With how much they make in revenue, the Prem, the FA should start giving out grant to club for the in my opinion. Let's end the poll. Let's see what this is like. So, I did end the poll, didn't I? Where's the poll gone? So, 75% say yes, and 23 say no. That's not what I was expecting. Okay, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Masaba Smith, Paul Bars, the rest, I'll probably let go. Yeah, that's probably about right. Keep Bannon, Patho for definite. Option on Sissoko, let Masaba go. We had Sheffield Wednesday coming up in 2 weeks. You have. We're not looking forward to it. We got Burnley and you guys back to back. So we're not looking for it. If you play Wickham next season and VAR was in Champions League, we'll get VAR in the ground. True. The only clubs in League One that can afford it are Wrexham and Birmingham. Yep. Can't stay long, but what to say, guys, played really well on Saturday. He had Simmons up front. You've been player. Good luck to against Burnley. Cheers, mate. Have a good one. Good luck for the rest of the season. And just keep doing what you're doing. I think you'll get there. Recently biased here. Well, if the poll is actually a dick, check out the rocket. Inside joke. He has played pretty well. It doesn't though. Jazz at top levels. I think what's the problem is it's done in different ways in different leagues. You don't hear too much about it in other countries where VAR's a problem. We are just so bad at using it. We're not great at using VAR. We're crap at it. You just know that as soon as we let Masaba go, he'll be dead. It does feel that way, doesn't it, Steve? It does feel like we let Masaba go and we got another Dele Alli situation on our hands. Or say we let Gassama go for cheap and we didn't have like a sell-on fee on it as well, which is intriguing. That's slightly poor. That's slightly on poor quality VAR. Masaba the top assister, even though he hasn't played, letting go through will be crazy. Yeah, no, I agree. He will be definitely, yep. The rest in Italy are the worst in Europe. I've watched Italian football games. They are so crap. Yes, I like to left Stoppages. I think VAR person should be autonomous, but the ref make the wrong call, then they blow over. I'll say override it to keep it way better. You think Berkshire will go to? Could do. I could see it. I could see him going back to City. To be fair, I could see City doing it. Hey, hope you're okay and family are well. I missed much. I thought they played well Saturday. Looking forward to Friday. Hi, Andrew. Not missed too much. I'm not too bad. I'll have a better day. But I think you're right. I think we didn't play that. I think we played well. I think we could have just done with getting that last little bit over the line, and we couldn't. Got 200, Jake. Hope your situation resolves in your favour and keep it chill, mate. Thanks, John. Much appreciated, mate. Have a good rest of your evening, mate. I think the whole VAR subject. The thing is, one of the things I find funny about VAR, we spent yonk talking about we want an assistance. We want assistance. And then they got them, and it's like, oh, okay. It's not how we wanted it. Three worst owners in the Chancery, Venky's, Potso family. Yeah, I can see that one a little bit. If you look at some of the bad decisions they've done in the past, they're not great. I thought Venki were getting better, but it seems like I was wrong on that one. I've been very impressed with Kasama recently. I think he needs a new contract in front of his face in March. Put a new deal in front of Kasama. Keep him happy where he is. Let him carry on doing what he's doing, and then push on a little bit more. 39 people watching, 17 likes up, people. Much appreciate it. There is a video going up at the end of this stream as well, talking about the situation with Jay Charles. You'll know about it when you watch the video. Still believe Liverpool win the league and Carabao Cup for me. Liverpool's had a little bit of a slight little roadblock, but we'll see what happens for Liverpool. They are looking like it. Yeah, Gassama doesn't make it really good now. The thing is, if we make the right decision on Gassama, and you maybe say you get another good season from him, I've been saying about him being a 10-15 million pound player. You could quite easily get him to be one of them 20 plus if you play it right. Kind of thing. Let's have a look. Wobble, you were going to say, Jay. Yes, that's the word, wobble. I feel like we wouldn't be seeing a new Gassama until something's not. Yeah, but I think he got to work out. One of the things Danny said, he didn't want to be dealing with contracts at the end of the season. He wanted to be dealing with contracts and what he wanted to do middle of the season or near the end of the season. He didn't want to be doing them near the end like he did last year. So if the talks went with recruitment, that could be something that got spoke about. I think Masab and Gassama and Deli were all similar players, all capable of becoming great players. Yep. Suspect Watford haven't sacked cleverly at the point of the season, might go through an entire season. It'd be interesting if they did. Chansiri, 1 step forward, 3 step back. I think he's going to in the right directions for, i.e., has everyone forgotten that if it was Danny that wanted to quit Wednesday, not DC, being a prat? I think it doesn't help that they both didn't communicate. The problem is they both didn't communicate though. We can say yes, Danny got his head turned and he may have wanted to go, but the problem you also have, if they don't communicate after the fact, it buggers it all up, and that's the problem. Chantier is another Vincent Tan. They're a club who they got to pray this day up. They got to pray they stay up. To be fair, you as a Leeds fan, you know about bad owners. You've had bad owners in the past, so you know what it's like. You've now got it where you've got an actual sports brand and in the 49ers. So they know how to run media. They know how to run PR. They know how to run football organizations. Yes, it's American football. It's different, but they do know how to run that side of things that are a little bit better. I think sometimes having people who are sport people, not necessarily football people, helps. I think it sometimes does help. Granted, the rule of the exception to the Glazers, they just wanted to make money. Probably going to be another Massimo if you ask me. Probably, yeah. I got the impression Danny only wanted to talk to Alton because of the lack of communication from DC, who frustrated him, and into wanting to talk elsewhere out of bite reason. Ken Bate, Marcel Casino, GH, or you, yeah. You'd had some duffers in the past. I know at one point Ken Bate wanted to buy us. Luckily, Alan actually told him to go swing. Now let Cardiff and players go down. Not a big fan of long away days. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Plymouth won't be happy with that one. It'll be interesting to see the bottom three because it's interesting to see where it's going to be. Didn't Tan take Cardiff to the Prem? He did. He did take them to the Prem. But he also buggered up a lot of things with trying to change colour of kits and stuff. Since then, he's not invested well. I think it's one of the ones he's investing what he can. And that's the issue when you get to that point. Wasn't there a Corrie actor who thought of buying us for Corrie? You might be right. I can't remember who it was though. Any managers you can name with them owners? Bradford City, previous owners, group family. Yeah. If I remember correctly, Bradford had it there. They didn't even own the grass they were playing on. Everything was like rented out to so many people. Bates wanted to buy Owl for Mays 4 million. Glad when he buggered off. Yep, I remember that. Corrie paid that well. Depends how long you've been in the show for. Alright, let's have a look. Sheffield, Thursday, Corrie, Act 4. Let's find out. I think you're right. It could have been Tommy Craig. He's a massive Wednesday fan. And he took his Dane name from a former Sheffield Wednesday player. Culture plays a big part in clubs are run by followers. A lot of the culture don't convert well for English game. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's a weird one. It is a really weird one. It'll be interesting to see what we do next as a club. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because he was in Canada, wasn't he? Doing Murdoch Mysteries. I used to watch that now and again. Not sure what evidence we have to say that. In what evidence? Do you mean the culture thing, mate? There's a lot of good sources that said how the culture at Wednesday isn't great. One that I would give a lot of credibility to. Sadly, a lot of them can't come forward because they'd lose the job. But the culture, certain things, is not great. I know this river of football, a full loser star, but unfortunately, we're the biggest one. A lot of them. Yes and no, that's debatable. I think every club like to say they're bigger than the other. We are big, but I think we're still big, but we were big to a point. I think the longer we stay out the limelight for bad reason, not the good reason. Like, we had a really good opportunity when we went up to the championship to capitalise on the playoff semi-final and the final, and we didn't. I think one of the biggest own goals we ever did was not being able to capitalise on that with sponsorship, just sponsorship in general. We didn't do well. There are a lot of business articles too that discuss the business culture from around the world and culture things. Aligned with DC have been running Wednesday from published article. I work for British Culture. The culture is awful. Bates, Simon Grayson, Gary McAllister, Dennis Wise, Cena Brian Mulder, Neil Redden, Gary Monk, Thomas Christensen, Jesse Mark. Whoa, the boy knows his stuff. The term Sleeping Giant more appropriate to all detail. Yeah. I think Sleeping Giant is the tagline I'd use as well. I think it's the tagline we're a lot closer to. But good evening, Nicole. I won't be on for too much longer, I'm afraid. I have started a bit earlier. I started a lot earlier. I started an hour earlier today. Just because I've not felt great today. But how are you, mate? I hope you're well. But it is interesting to see what Wednesday do next. I think it kept sacking managers after managers. That kind of thing does not give him much time. I think the giant part is slipping away the longer we remain out of the Prem. Well, I think it's 25 years next year that we've been out of the Prem. I mean, it may be 26, 25, 26. It's something like that. It's something daft like that we've been out of the Prem for. It's such a long time. And we've been close to nearly getting there, but close doesn't get you the T-shirt. Close doesn't get you that fancy Prem badge. I'd like us to go up and just take the bag, take the money for parachute payments. Use that money that you go down to reinvest in the quad, but massively buy a piece of land. Massively buy a piece of land and redo the training ground. Get the training ground redone. Invest within. Yay! Has she got the books, by the way? Have you given it her, or can I give it her? Please tell me you haven't given it her yet. I wouldn't say we're in ownership in Ducoma. Yeah. Yes, he did. He was also taken to court by Lucy Wolford Braid with that at training ground and had a drug issue. Lovely. Just what you want. I don't mean DC, I mean in general. 99, right, yeah. So, yeah. It is that period where we're getting that close to that kind of thing and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting situation we find her. I opened the box. Was she around you when you opened them? 99 was the last year we were in Prem. Was a lad at high school when Big Ron was at Villa. Bugger. Okay. She got them. She's not got them yet. All right, cool. I'll give it up. I'm nearly done soon. Glad your proper owners have passion for football, pal. Yeah, it's good to see owners have that stuff. I don't think it's a case of DC not having passion. I think DC's heart's in the right place. It's just, I think he could do with a bit of help on the PR side of doing things. I'm going to leave it on the table and bring them up. Brilliant. Thank you. Since about 95. Yeah. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. 1 hour and 5 minutes. Thank you for joining me tonight. Apologies for going early, but I just needed to have an early one tonight. Probably early night as well, just to put my head down and just sleep and think. But yeah, I will speak to you in the next one. There's a video going up at 7 p.m. Actually, no, it's not the video that's gone up now. Cause I just made it public. So give me a minute. I will just put it in the chat. Then all you lot can come and watch that. Thanks for checking in, mate. Much appreciated. That is the new video that just gone live, so go give that a watch. It's about Charles and stuff, so it'll be interesting. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for tonight, guys. Much needed, and I'll speak to you later. And thank you for your kind words tonight. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I get an answer soon.